Now, unlike most of the white people in the narrative of this movie, Mary isn't initially positioned as an antagonist. She's a literal white ally, which is good. It's a real thing. But time has demonstrated that this type of allyship is fragile and tenuous. Her cautionary tale is that white allyship is vulnerable to corruption simply through virtue of whiteness. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's talk about the ways she aligns herself as an outgroup ally. First and foremost, she, as a white woman, is the love interest to a black man in the story. Second, she's demonstrated to have a positive history with the black folks operating the juke. Third, she self-identifies as 1/8 black, her grandfather on her mother's side being half black. Now, these are all ways that she presents herself as a positive ally. But there are a couple of ways that she demonstrates problematic allyship, which eventually leads to her inevitable corruption. First of all, though she's told multiple times to leave by different members from the in-group, she feels entitled to the space, so she stays. Second of all, I don't know if you're familiar with 1930s history in the southern United States of America, but Emmett Till was 14 years old when he was lynched in 1941 in Chicago, a northern state. Again, this movie takes place in 1932 in Mississippi, a deeply southern state. You can make your own inferences about what that means. And then finally, and probably most impactfully to the story, she tries to give the bad guys the benefit of the doubt. This directly leads to her literal corruption, aka vampirism. In summary, Mary's whiteness emboldens her to do things that put the in-group at risk. She makes a claim to the community, even though no rational person would describe her as a black woman. She doesn't consider how being a white woman puts everyone she knows and loves at great risk. And she gives other white people the benefit of the doubt against the original will of the greater diaspora. Sometimes, white folk just feel like they know better. And particularly as it concerns them as an outgroup person interacting with a minority in-group, that is rarely the case. That brings us to part 3-1, a reckoning in the Asian diaspora.